Hey everybody, I am Mr. Kerrigan. I'm going to be your English 9 honors teacher, and I'm going to introduce myself more in another video. I kind of just wanted to talk to you in this video about exactly how this school year is going to go, at least for the first 6 weeks, hopefully just for the first 6 weeks. So, because this is an honors class, I'm trying to make sure that you guys are the best prepared that you can be to go on to do some other classes. So, with that being said, a little more is going to be expected of you than in some of the other classes. There might be some more assignments, some harder assignments. There's going to be some more writing involved, and there's going to be a lot more independent reading with this class. I just wanted to let you guys know that coming out of the gate. Uh, it is going to be a little bit harder. It is going to be more rewarding for you as well. You're going to learn some stuff in this class that is going to help you prepare for the honors classes that you're going to have in the future, and it's going to help you for college. So a lot of you guys are going to go on to take the VHCC class that we have here in the building, and a lot of you are going to go on to college in the future. So this class is going to be designed to prepare you for that. So it is going to be a little bit harder than a regular English 9 class. Just wanted to let you guys know that going in. Uh, so with that being said, I'm going to explain kind of how things are going to go for you guys this year. For some of my classes, I've got a very structured way of how their assignments are going to be turned in. It's going to be a little different for you guys. I'm trying to make sure that I cover absolutely everything with you guys in a much more condensed schedule. I know that you guys are supposed to have a, a screen time max, and I'm trying to work within that for you guys, but I'm also trying to make sure that I prepare you to move on into your upper level courses. So the way this is going to work, on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, you're going to have assignments. And it may be new assignments, or it might be a continuation of an assignment from a couple days before. So when I start to assign essays, I'm going to give you a couple of of days to work on that. I'm not just going to expect to have that you would finish an essay in one day when you're supposed to have that screen time max. So the way this is going to work is you all will have assignments on those days, and on Wednesday, um, it's going to be a day for you to ask help from me. I'm not going to be assigning new assignments on those days, but if you have any questions, you can ask them on Remind. You can do it on an email. I'm going to talk about how to get on Remind here in just a second. Um, this is the first time I've tried to teach a course like this virtually. So we may run into some snags with technology. I'm trying to make sure that I cover absolutely everything I can to get you guys ready to move on. So it is a little different than some of my other classes where I've got a very structured setup for them. I'm trying to make sure I get you guys to do everything. Uh, with that being said, you are going to have to do some reading on top of the assignments, the screen time. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you how to get on Remind so that we can have some communication back and forth with each other. Before I do that, I want to explain to you what Remind is. So this is a software that allows me to send out a mass text message without having to have your all's phone numbers. So when I send out a message, it goes to Remind, and then from Remind, it goes to you. And the same way that you guys can send messages to me. So when you text the number that gets sent to you, it will send it to Remind, and then Remind is going to send that to me. So it's a way to make sure that we can have text communication, but we don't have to have each other's phone numbers. It's a safer way for me to send out messages to you and a safer way for you to send messages to me. Um, and I'm also going to include your parents in any of the messages that I send out. So uh, make sure that they are signed up for Remind as well. I'm going to send out an email about that to make sure that I can get absolutely everybody onto the Remind so that if there's ever a question, we can have communication on that. So let me minimize this screen here. Okay, so the best way to sign up for Remind would be to get the app right here. You don't absolutely have to use the app. You can just use option B, but the app will let you manage your classes a little bit better. So you can get the app at this link right here. I'm going to send this form out on Google Classroom as well. So you can go to this link right here and get the app. You can also get it from the Google Play Store if you have Android, or the App Store on an iPhone. And then you'll use this code right here on the app to sign up for my class. If you don't want to get the app, which you do not have to have, you can do it this way. You're going to text this code, the @ symbol, B6B2H3 to the phone number 81010. So when you send that in, it'll add you to the to my classroom that way. And you'll still receive all the messages. You can still send messages back to me. You just won't have the app on your phone. That is just up to you guys if you want to do that. I've used Remind with several classes before, and with some of the after-school things that I've been involved with, and I would really like you guys to get on this. It's the easiest way for you to get information back and forth with me, because sometimes even if I'm in the building, I'm away from my computer. So obviously, guys, we would love to be able to come back and be in person. It doesn't look like that's in the cards right now. Hopefully we'll be able to come back later this fall. I'd love to actually be able to see you guys in person and meet you and have you in class. With that being said, until we know a little bit more, that's not going to happen. But because this is an honors class, we are going to have some group discussion and face-to-face at some point. So we may end up doing some Zoom meetings. We may have to do just discussion boards. I'm not exactly sure what I was going to be allowed for honors classes. I know some of the college classes right now are meeting 3 days a week. I'm not going to ask you guys to do that, but we may have to have some Zoom meetings scheduled at some point so that we can have some discussion of the things that we're going over. If you guys have any questions at all, please send me a reminder or an email. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. I know that this is a little bit different for everybody. You guys are just starting high school, and this is quite a way to start high school. I can't imagine trying to go through that. Starting high school by itself is bad enough and scary enough, but doing it virtually makes it just a little bit harder even. So if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to contact me. I'll try to help you as best I can. I'll see you guys on Monday.